Marcus Rashford's future in limbo as Aston Villa mull over £40 million transfer decision. Marcus Rashford's short-term loan spell at Aston Villa has breathed new life into his career, but questions now loom over where he will be playing next season. The 27-year-old forward, who joined Villa from Manchester United in February, has found form and confidence again under the guidance of manager Unai Emery. Since arriving at Villa Park, Rashford has notched 4 goals and 5 assists, making a positive impression on fans and coaching staff alike. However, with the end of the season drawing near, uncertainty surrounds whether Villa will make his move permanent. Rashford is said to prefer staying at Villa rather than pursuing a move abroad, having settled well into the squad and regained regular first-team minutes after being largely sidelined by United boss Ruben Amorim. Yet, a permanent transfer is not straightforward. Villa have a £40 million option to buy, but the club's financial position, and whether they qualify for the Champions League, could influence the final decision. The West Midlands club may attempt to negotiate a lower fee, given the high wage demands involved. One of the biggest hurdles to the deal is Rashford's substantial salary. Earning around £350,000 a week at Manchester United, his wage would make him Villa's highest-paid player by a large margin. This has raised concerns within the club about upsetting the existing wage structure. If Villa do not qualify for Europe's top-tier competition, affording Rashford's full wages could be difficult, making the deal less likely to go through. Despite interest from abroad, including from Barcelona and clubs in the Saudi Pro League, Rashford's preference appears to be to remain in the Premier League. Reports suggest he has hired agent Pini Zahavi to explore options, including a potential move to Barcelona. But that seems less likely given both financial constraints and the forward's desire to stay in England. Barcelona, already managing their own financial issues, may not be in a position to match Rashford's salary expectations either. Rashford's contract with Manchester United runs until 2028, but a return to Old Trafford seems unlikely. Relations with the club appear strained, and the forward has embraced a fresh start away from United. His recent form and willingness to adapt under Emery have won over many Villa supporters, although there are fears that a recent hamstring injury may have ended his season early. After sustaining the injury, Rashford underwent rehabilitation in Dubai, in a bid to return before the season's close. However, with Villa's last home match against Tottenham being the only game left in which he is eligible to play, his return remains uncertain. The forward's recent recall to the England squad has also added urgency to his recovery. Rashford is focused on regaining full fitness ahead of the national team's fixtures next month, aiming to solidify his place under Thomas Tuchel. As the transfer window approaches, Rashford's next move remains undecided. While Villa appears to be his preferred destination, financial complexities and European qualification could play a decisive role in whether he stays in claret and blue or seeks a new challenge elsewhere. Manchester United step up preparations for defining week as Amorim oversees intense training session. Manchester United have intensified preparations for a decisive stretch of the season, with MUTV capturing footage of the squad hard at work on the training ground ahead of 2 crucial fixtures. Manager Ruben Amorim led the latest session as his side gears up for Friday's Premier League clash against Chelsea at Stamford Bridge and the highly anticipated Europa League final against Tottenham Hotspur in Bilbao next Wednesday. With United's domestic campaign faltering, these 2 matches are vital in determining the tone of Amorim's first season at the club. The Portuguese boss is under scrutiny, following a disappointing run in the Premier League, but a win in Europe could both secure Champions League football and mark a major milestone in his tenure. Friday's game at Chelsea will serve as a key test of the squad's mental and physical readiness before the final. Amorim closely oversaw the session, which took place under bright Manchester sunshine, with his players engaging in stretching routines and strength work on the pitch. There was a noticeable blend of experience and youth, as several academy players joined the senior squad for the training exercises. Among the notable participants were Johnny Evans and young midfielder Toby Collier, both of whom are returning from injury layoffs. Their involvement is a welcome boost to a squad that has been heavily affected by fitness issues in recent weeks. Also encouraging was the sight of Diogo Dalot completing an individual session on the grass. While he did not join the full group, the fullback's presence suggests he may be nearing a return to action. However, not all injury news was positive. Highly rated young defender Lenny Yoro, who was substituted during the disappointing defeat to West Ham last weekend, was absent from the group session. United are yet to confirm the extent of his injury, and fans will be hoping for a positive update when Amorim speaks to the media later today. Defensive reinforcements continue to be an issue for the manager, with both Matthijs de Ligt and Aiden Heaven also missing from the session due to their ongoing injury concerns. Their potential absence in the upcoming fixtures will stretch United's backline options further. Supporters won't have to wait long for answers. Ruben Amorim is scheduled to hold his UEFA press conference at 16:30 BST today, where he will preview next week's final in Bilbao and almost certainly address Friday's Stamford Bridge clash. The press conference, to be held at Old Trafford, will be covered live, offering fans insight into the squad's readiness and the manager's mindset heading into this vital period. With only days to go before United face Tottenham for European glory and a demanding test at Chelsea looming first, the mood around the training ground appears focused and determined. While the Premier League season has fallen short of expectations, the chance to end the campaign on a high note is still within reach. All eyes will now turn to Amorim's press conference, where updates on team news and strategy will provide further clarity as Manchester United enter the most important week of their season. Manchester United lead race for Liam Delap as Amorim eyes summer rebuild. Manchester United have emerged as frontrunners in the race to sign England under-21 striker Liam Delap from Ipswich Town, moving ahead of Chelsea in pursuit of the talented young forward. According to reports from TalkSport, Delap is expected to make a high-profile move this summer, with a £30 million release clause making him one of the most affordable attacking prospects in the Premier League. Delap, 22, joined Ipswich Town from Manchester City last summer and has impressed despite playing for a team that has struggled throughout the season. In 2024 to 2025, he has scored 12 goals and registered 2 assists in the Premier League, a solid return considering Ipswich's overall lack of attacking support and their likely relegation. United manager Ruben Amorim, already under pressure following a poor league campaign, is reportedly a big admirer of Delap. Sources suggest Amorim sees him as a key part of a new-look forward line, with current striker Rasmus Højlund likely to depart at the end of the season. Amorim is also targeting Wolves forward Matheus Cunha as part of a broader summer rebuild. Delap's availability at a cut-price fee has caught the attention of several Premier League clubs, including Chelsea, who have been monitoring the player for months. However, Manchester United now appear to be in pole position, with Amorim personally pushing for the deal, and the club prepared to meet the release clause in full. The young striker is seen as a long-term investment with immediate potential. Despite his age, Delap has already shown he can cope with the physicality and demands of top-flight football. His work rate, intelligent movement, and finishing ability have made him stand out in a difficult season for Ipswich. The move also fits with Amorim's vision of building a younger, more dynamic side at Old Trafford. United have endured one of their worst league campaigns in recent history, and significant changes are expected in the summer transfer window. With Højlund's future uncertain and Anthony Martial likely to leave, a major reshaping of the attacking line is imminent. Delap, the son of former Premier League player Rory Delap, rose through Manchester City's academy, but found first-team opportunities limited. After several loan spells, his permanent move to Ipswich gave him regular playing time and a platform to develop. Now he appears set for a swift return to one of England's elite clubs. Meanwhile, in other transfer developments, Liverpool have reportedly held advanced talks with Bayer Leverkusen over right-back Jeremy Frimpong. The Dutch international has been a standout performer in the Bundesliga this season and is being considered as a long-term successor to Trent Alexander-Arnold, should he eventually move into midfield permanently. With the summer transfer window fast approaching, clubs across Europe are accelerating their plans. For Manchester United, capturing Delap could be one of the first steps in what is expected to be a transformative off-season under Amorim. Ruben Amorim breaks silence on Manchester United crisis. "I'm embarrassed." Ruben Amorim has admitted he is embarrassed by Manchester United's ongoing struggles in the Premier League and has delivered a stark message to the club's board and fans, suggesting that if he can't lead a turnaround, someone else should be given the job. Manchester United's woes continued with a damaging 2-0 defeat at Old Trafford against West Ham, leaving the club languishing in 16th place in the Premier League. With only 17 losses recorded so far this season, and a mere 6 wins from 25 league games under Amorim, pressure is mounting on the Portuguese manager, who replaced Erik ten Hag in November. While there has been some respite in European competition, United have advanced to the Europa League final under Amorim. Their domestic form has been nothing short of disastrous. Despite the success on the continent, Amorim has openly questioned whether he should remain in charge if things do not improve rapidly. In an interview with Sky Sports, Amorim spoke with striking honesty about the issues plaguing his team. "First off, I'm really embarrassed. In 25 games to win just 6. Something is wrong in the way we play football," he said. "Sometimes it's not about the way we play. Tactically or technically, it is the way we face competition, the way we suffer, the way we get mad because we are losing. These things we need to improve." Amorim emphasized that the issues are not confined to the pitch alone, but also relate to the mentality and culture surrounding the team. "It's not just inside the pitch, it's outside the pitch. That feeling I'm talking about. To fight until the end. The way we face competition. It's not okay to lose. It's not okay to draw," he explained. The former Sporting Lisbon boss was clear that his concerns go deeper than just form or confidence. "That feeling is not about confidence. It's about the belief and understanding that we are Manchester United. We don't want to be the worst in the league, and our position is unacceptable," he added. Despite the poor results, Amorim remains adamant that he knows how to fix the situation, and has conveyed that belief to the club's leadership. "I spoke with the board, with everybody, even the fans in every moment. I have a clear feeling I know what this team needs to be so much better. That helps me to maintain that level, not get so low or too high." Nevertheless, in a more emotional and somber press conference following the West Ham defeat, Amorim hinted that his tenure may not last beyond the season if drastic changes aren't made. "I don't want to talk about the players. I'm talking about myself and the culture in the club and the culture in the team. I have that feeling," he said. He warned that unless the problems are addressed head-on in the upcoming transfer window, the club risks a repeat of this disastrous season. "We need to change that, and we need to be really strong in the summer and to be brave, because we cannot have a season like this next year. If the feeling is still here, we should give the space to different persons." Amorim concluded with a stark reflection. "So it's a big problem that we have here at the club. It's a decisive moment in the history of the club. We need to address that." With the Manchester United board planning a review of Amorim's position at the end of the season, his future remains uncertain. What is clear, however, is that both the manager and the club are standing at a crossroads, and only bold, decisive action will prevent another season of underachievement.